Okay, so at the end of the Porter County Fair video, I said we did 16% better because I had some help this year. And this is Mary Kay.
Hello.
This is the artist that came out to help out and partake in the drawing and all the work. And she's the one that actually took a lot of the babies.
Babies! Give me all the babies.
You're welcome to drawing all the babies in mine too. About that. Okay, so yeah, she didn't want any video taken of her at the booth because she was a little self-conscious about the way she looked out there in the wind and weather. And but here she is now. I think, when was the last time we saw you? I think it was
a while ago.
like 2 years ago.
Yeah, I think
2 or 3
there
years
was
ago.
a couple of things when we were out at different fairs.
Yeah.
Maybe Ohio State. Maybe Peanut Festival that one year.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
can't
that's
remember.
right. I think you were at the Peanut Festival last time I did it.
Okay.
And I want to say that was 2018.
Wow, that was a while ago.
Yeah, because 19 I did the Coastal Carolina instead. So it had to have been 2018. So it's 22. So it's been 4 years.
Yeah.
Wow.
I went gray since then. Anybody?
Anyway, so I really appreciate her coming out and helping out. And we are sitting in the Airbnb that she booked to stay at while we were working there. So tell us about this little incident with your car that kind of made it where you were like panicking, like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to make it out there.
I'm really working on my ability to manage certain situations, my executive function skills when things happen. Yes, I'm very adaptable and everything, but one of the first things I do is like, no, everything is going to be
you called me while you were going through that.
Oh, yes,
too.
yes. So
like,
I apologize. Yes. So what happened
was like, take a deep breath.
Yeah, and you were good. You.
It's like there are options. You can get a rental car.
Yeah. No.
And I think the insurance company, the person that hit you, was going to give you a rental car too, weren't they?
So here's how it happened, and this is just proof, and I have to keep remembering that things will always work out. That's my mantra. Things will always work out.
Just got to keep your head about you.
My plan was go visit my mom and some other friends in Rochester where I live, and then I was going to pop over to Indiana to do this fair and stop and visit another friend on the way in Oberlin near Cleveland, and then eventually end up in Indiana to do the fair. So I was in Rochester. I was visiting a friend, and I parked in front of his house, and it was a cul-de-sac, in Rochester, in the middle of a nice city neighborhood, a quiet city neighborhood, and we had just moved to the back of the
like the back patio
yard. Yeah, well, it was like the side yard.
Okay.
So we could see the front. And we're just talking and hanging out and
this part's kind of funny.
And
where you actually saw your car start to move. Why is my car moving on its own?
No, Eric heard the bang.
Okay, yeah.
First, and he was like, "What the heck?" And we stood up and looked, and I saw my car, my little tiny Trixie. I thought for some reason that Trixie was rolling. That's my car, Trixie, forward. But what had happened was the guy smashed into Trixie.
Yeah.
And then it was just the impact was made it
crunch.
Yeah. And
it was the front driver's side fender.
Front driver's side, and he had
right.
And I ran out there and I just looked at it. And as soon as I saw the damage, I literally started crying. And my friend, such a sweetheart, he gave me a hug and patted my back. And the guy says, You weren't supposed to be parked there.
You weren't supposed to be there.
Or something like that.
But it was a legal parking spot.
It was a perfectly legal parking spot.
He was just used to backing through there and there not being anybody there, and he just didn't look.
He must have. I don't even know if he pulled out of his own driveway, which is right next to, and he goes just back straight up right into me without looking. And my response to, you weren't supposed to be there. You're not usually there. My response is, you need to use your rear view mirrors, dude. So
is that really what you said?
I didn't say that, but
Yeah, okay. Well, it would have
To
been a
learn to
good
say that.
response.
Yeah, I didn't.
It was
I didn't
probably-
wanna, it was my friend's neighbor. I did not want to cause any kind of friction, and he was
Okay.
he was generally very big about it. Well, I mean, he couldn't go anywhere because it was the
Right.
neighbor.
You knew where he lives.
So immediately, the last time this happened, when somebody smashed into the back of my car, and this
I
was
remember
like
that.
moving violation,
Right.
right on I-4 in Orlando. That young lady, her insurance was lapsed, and I
Yeah.
had to pay $500 in a deductible.
And make
Yeah.
a claim on your own insurance.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
And
it took you a while to get
it
that.
took like 2 or 3 years to
Yeah.
come up with the extra $500 to pay for it, and
Things were scant back then.
well,
weren't they?
I mean, and I was so mad. Anyway,
Yeah.
so this guy gave me the insurance, and I called up, and there's nothing for me. There's nothing more infuriating and nerve-wracking than just like trying to call insurance companies and fix things. And I was thinking, and of course I immediately called. I called Ashley because I was thinking, okay, I can't drive it because it's scrapey. Like
Right.
it's just
Because the fender was collapsed down on the wheel.
it was like a wheel well was like
Yeah. It was
scraping.
against the wheel.
So I had to have it towed, and I finally did get a hold of the insurance guy and the other person's insurance. And long story short, I calmed down. I figured out that if it was going to be safe to drive, I was just going to drive it because I could not get. I was like, I said to the insurance guy, I need to leave by next week. He's like, no,
that's not gonna
we're
happen.
not going
It's
to
like
get
all
that fixed."
repair shops right
Yes.
now are just kind of
It's
backlogged.
booked
Yeah.
and waiting for
It's
parts and stuff.
It's the parts shortage and also the labor shortage and
Well, and he, I was thinking, okay, do I have to rent a car to go to Indiana and stay there for 3 weeks and go back and forth, and then I would have to come back to Rochester and then go to. So it was going to add 12 hours. So this was what was making my brain hurt. So then I figured, okay, I'm just going to take the car, drive it, and I called and they said, yeah, it's covered. So here I am driving, and every time I go over a bump, yes, scrapey, and so like I'm going to the I know every pothole, and I'm like really slowly coming up to the potholes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, really, it's just touching the wheel and going back up. It's probably not going to hurt anything.
Yeah, I hope. I hope.
I mean,
not.
that part that it's rubbing against is going to be replaced anyway. So
I hope so. I
Yeah.
hope so. I just hope it's not going to kill me. But anyway, so I'm supposed to take it home. I couldn't even get an oil change. When I was in Rochester because they
Right.
were so booked up. So I'm going to have to go back, but I can go right from Indiana to back to home to Asheville to get.
and so you'll be able to get it worked on there once you're back
Yeah.
home.
Yep. I'll probably call like a
Okay,
week in
so
advance. And,
crisis averted. You got. So what was your thoughts? What did you think of the Porter County Fair? Because this was your first time there.
Yes.
So
yes.
what were your thoughts on it?
I was telling people, well, my first time in Indiana, it's really flat. I'm so
Flat.
used to
Flat
mountains.
compared to Asheville.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah, compared to Asheville.
Yes.
But you were in Orlando for a while, so it's like
Oh yes. Well,
Orlando's pretty flat
it's
too,
pretty
isn't it?
flat. It's way flat.
Yeah.
So Porter County Fair. The people, I thought it was amazing. Ashley and I had a conversation about how
Getting people.
we
come back,
that we both of us had the philosophy that we put all of our love and all of our care into our drawings.
Mhm.
And a lot of our colleagues we've noticed,
Our numbers.
yes, they just want to make the money.
make the money and
And
get the
they-
drawings done as fast as
and
possible.
they churn out crap.
Yeah.
But so yeah, sure, they make money right away. But do they
Yeah.
have return customers?
It's called what I call scorching the earth. But
Yeah.
okay, so here was what we would discuss, and this is my thought on it, is that the people that you can sell the drawings to are a very small fraction of that city's population.
Right.
Whatever city, like say it's Porter County. Right. First off, in order for them to come to the fair, they have to be an extrovert, at least a little bit, that's half the people, possibly. Right. And then they also have to have a little bit of disposable income, which cuts it even more. And then they also have to be some people that have a little bit of time off work, which cuts it down even more. Right? So then they also have to be people that actually appreciate and want a caricature, which cuts it down even more. And even then, they have to be, of those people, they have to be able to walk past you and see that you're there. So the amount of people that you actually have to sell to is a small percentage of the people that's in Valparaiso. Yeah. So if one year you come in and you just, let's get this line moving as fast as possible. Let's churn out as many drawings as we can as fast as we can. And every time they look at it, they're just like, okay, it's all right. It's all right. I'll pay for it. And then you go away for a year, and then you come back. That same exact small percentage is going to come back again. And if you have scorched the earth, the only way that you can get your numbers to increase from year to year is if you have return customers. That is the only way you can do it. And otherwise, you're going to either flatline or go down. Yeah, well, and also to, that they tell other people. And there's word of mouth. Yeah. And especially with things like Facebook now. Yeah. Well, and I was saying that, I'm pretty sure you have the same experience that people at all of my fairs that I've ever done, every single year after year after year after year, I always have return customers. Right. And sometimes it's every single year for 5, 6, 7, 8 years in a row. And the cool thing that happened was, this was the second year you were doing it, and you kept getting I got a lot of return customers. But I was getting return customers from the previous days on the same week. Yeah. Hey, here's my neighbor, or hey, here's my sister-in-law. Valparaiso is very good for if you are friendly with them and you give them a good product, they will be loyal and they will come back. Yeah, and even more than that, they were just really friendly. There was one gentleman, I drew him and his daughter, and we were having a conversation about 1970s music, which was awesome. And then it was great. And then he came back a couple of days later, and he said, "Hey, how you doing? Remember you drew me my daughter. Here's my wife." And the wife is like, hi. And she didn't even want to get a drawing at that time. He just wanted you to introduce it. He wanted to introduce her to you. He just wanted to say hello. Just wanted to say hey. Yeah. So that to me was really a friendly, us being friendly had a good return. From the people being really friendly. Does. I mean, Valparaiso is excellent in that sense. And there's some fairs where the first year I did it, I didn't do very well, but a good example would be the Appalachian Fair over in Gray, Tennessee. Another one would be the one in Sebring, the Highlands County Fair in Sebring, Florida. Florida? Yeah. That one, those are good examples of ones that the first year I'm there, I only make a few $100, but I just keep doing it. And I get loyalty and people coming back every year, and then your numbers will increase. But if you're just churning out, and all you're thinking about is your bottom line, you're not going to. I mean, it's going to work in the short run. Ain't going to work in the long run. Right. Yeah. I'm back. Yeah. All right. So, real quick, because this is something I think is very interesting. You're not just a caricature artist. What else? Right. I am also a jazz vocalist, and now I am a songwriter. Really? And you hear this and you think, oh, yeah, right, But I've actually heard her sing. She's pretty good. And she actually does have paid gigs that you do, in Nashville, yes, right, and stuff. So I'm a professional jazz vocalist. So would you consider yourself more musician or artist? I consider myself a performer. Okay. And that's why caricature was the best thing for me because of all the people. Oh, because I'm performing, and it was a way to be more intimate with people and interact with them and become part of their lives and see them. And I do that as a music performer, and I always say I'm not really an artist. I'm a performer who knows how to draw. So that was the best discovery that I've ever made. A performer that knows how. Here we go. Mary Kay, the performer that knows how to draw. Yeah. So that's good. So if I get this out in time, you might be able to, after you see this video, come and see us at the next fair, which is the Lake County Fair in Crown Point, Indiana. That's the name of the city that it's in. And it's actually not far from where we are now. And so if you want to see the performer that does art, and me, my crusty self that actually takes time on my drawings, then yeah, come out and see us out there. And one more time, a great big wonderful thank you to all the people of Valparaiso for making this year a success, and for coming out and getting your drawings done, and for subscribing, and for getting to this point in the video.
Yes, and also a special shout out to Terry, the owner of the Airbnb where I'm staying.
Right,
Which
yeah.
is incredible. I'm sure you're going to
I'm going to put
link
that out
to that.
too.
Yeah,
There's going to be another video where I'm just showing off this
Yes.
entire
But,
entire man cave.
Not only is it just resplendent with all of the toys. Oops, I mean action figures. It's super
Just don't call them
comfortable.
dolls.
Okay, all right.
Super comfortable.
Super comfortable, and really
nice and
just
cool,
a
too.
nice, yes,
Very good.
very
idea.
much. Yeah, I had a couple of good nights sleep. You know, can't always happen, but most of the time I had a good night's sleep here, so felt
All right.
safe and everything. So
Don't forget to hit that thumbs up down there. Helps the algorithm. Subscribe if you haven't already. Make sure to turn on the notifications. And I look forward to reading your comments. I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Hopefully seeing you at the fair as well. Bye-bye.